review of the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. I meant to upload this yesterday. In fact, I meant to make this video yesterday because I saw it yesterday. The day it came out, hour 15 minutes. And yes, this is going to be a spoiler review. So if you haven't seen the film yet, I would not recommend going any further past this point. And yeah, let's just get into the Five Nights at Freddy's movie, guys. 8 years in the making. Here we are with the director Emma Tammy doing an amazing job at the FNAF of the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. So, we must know that Mike Schmidt is a struggling dude. He's not doing very well, and his sister, he has to take care of his sister, and this is the whole dynamic. And we're just gonna do bullet points. Like, all right, so the good in this film, Matthew Lillard was stellar in this film. He was absolutely magnificent. He did amazing as Stu Mocker, and he's doing even better as William. Okay, I'm not gonna say even better. He's doing just as good as he did as William Afton. He really is made for playing those goofy villains, and he steals every single scene he's in. Like, there's one scene where Mike calls back and changes his mind. Hey, I actually do want the security job, and when he enters the phone, Matthew Lillard's character, aka William Afton, says, "Oh, Mister, I can't work nights," which I think is funny. And yeah, and Matt Pat is in this film. He makes a cameo, and you know what? I couldn't even hear what he was saying. So cause the moment he came on the screen, everybody was clapping and cheering so hard. That includes me and my friends. Everyone in the theater was cheering so hard. And rumbling their feet and clapping and cheering, bro. And then another one of the side villains literally disrespected Matt Pat. She for real said, "No, we're not wearing anything." And then when he explains how lunch is the healthiest meal is the best meal of the day, and he said, "Well, that's just a theory." And then the aunt character says, "Are you being paid by the word?" Oh, nah. That's how she deserved her death later by the hands of Golden Freddy. Yes, so Matt Pat was in this film. Markiplier was not. There was one moment I thought he might have been, but then I was like, nah. Upon rewatch, I don't think it was. I think it was just Matthew Lillard speaking through a voice box, through a voice changer, because when we actually see William Afton in the springlock suit, he hasn't been springlocked yet. So he's talking, and at first I thought it was Markiplier's voice, and it very well could be. But upon rewatch, I don't think it was him. It might have just been a spur of the moment thing, but yeah. So before I made this review, I rewatched the film. And I did notice a few even more good small details, and also a few things I was like, So one thing I did notice that was I didn't really care for was how the entire first part of the movie was mainly just exposition. Which I understand why they needed to include it to really push the story forward in the last half of the film. But I still think that there could have been a different way of doing it, or a slightly different way of handling it. But I'm okay with it because of the outcome. I do think I think the means justify the ends in this scenario. Animatronics were great. Abby ends up having a connection with them. Kind of like how in Chucky, the kids in the film just somehow have a connection with the doll. This is kind of the same, except for with animatronics, and the animatronics try making Abby one of them. It's a whole thing, man. It's a whole thing. So yeah. And we get to see some really cool chases. We get to see Foxy humming, dum 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 dum, and he runs towards the security guard. And then I noticed something. I don't know for sure, but I swear I saw Dreadbear. 1 second. So from a certain angle, I swear this is Dreadbear. I can't say for sure. This could very well just be me speculating, but I am almost 100%. Actually, no. I'm like 50% sure that this right here is Dreadbear. And not from this angle, but there was a different angle where we could actually see the face. And I think it's Dreadbear. It could just be me and like the lighting and everything, but I don't know. I just thought that was him. We got to see Balloon Boy, which was, it was interesting. He had like a few little small jump scares. If they're setting up a sequel with the toy animatronics, I think that would be cool. I actually wonder, what will they do in the sequel? Because there is so much they could do. And this pretty much brings me to my point of our boy, William Afton. And something I want to cover first is, so Vanessa, the security guard, is actually William Afton's daughter. And we figured this out, and I'm pretty sure Matt Pat had a theory that Vanessa was going to be one of the main villains. But no, that was pretty much wrong. Like, Vanessa literally shoots William Afton. So, yeah, I would say that's rather incorrect. But William Afton's opening to this film is absolutely spectacular. In the third act, we hear humming, and the lighting changes as Mike looks into the distance, and what do we see? We see Spring Bonnie, a tethered Spring Bonnie suit, come out from the distance, kind of like walking while crouching at the same time. I don't know. It was just ominous. And like he walked over, and bro, I swear, it was like a Transformers fight. William Afton drop kicked Mike and sent him like flying a good like a good 3 feet. It was incredible. It was honestly awesome to see. Like, imagine if the FNAF movie didn't release, then we wouldn't be able to see that. But yeah, like I said earlier, Matthew Lillard was absolutely fantastic in this film. Absolutely loved him. And yeah, and at the end he gets spring locked. And he says the thing. He says, "I always come back." He puts on the mask in this scene right here, and then he just falls because he knows he can come back alive in the suit I'm guessing if he's fully in the suit. So he just put the mask on, hoping he will come back. And in the the moment right before credits, we get to see William Afton, or Springtrap, I guess, shaking in the suit, kind of like whimpering, and he's raising his hand. And then we get to see the child that possesses Golden Freddy close the door to the room that Springtrap was in. Absolutely awesome. And then it's credits. Lovely. I am so excited for this sequel. Tell me what you all thought down below. If you all enjoyed this video or any of my other content, please consider subscribing, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.